Hi, it's Debbie from Glow in Harrogate. Today I'm going to talk to you about microneedling. It's also known as Collagen Induction Therapy. It's got lots of different names as well, but that's primarily what it actually does, is it helps induce collagen. It's a fantastic treatment because once you have the actual treatment, about 2 weeks later, your skin's just going to get better and better and better because the proteins are going to continue to be produced. So a good way to achieve this result is actually, just as an example, there are lots of different methods that we actually have at Glow. And this is one of them, is the ComKit machine. What's really good about the ComKit machine is actually we can actually put product infusion at the same time. So this sort of slots into the bottom of the product of the machine. It blasts a thing called cryotherapy into the skin, so it actually stops you from getting all that redness that you can get with traditional methods of microneedling. So you can actually walk out and sort of go to your everyday life looking quite normal. You don't really get that much redness, maybe just the slightest amount, but because of that cryotherapy, it works as a vasoconstrictor, so it stops the blood from coming to the surface straight away. So when we actually do the collagen induction therapy, we are encouraging blood flow to the area, but it's just working on that, sort of the cryo is working that first layer to stop the redness on the top. But it's actually, because the needles can go anything up to sort of 1.5, we can actually get it quite deep into the skin. So it's those bottom layers that we actually, they're the area that we want to induce the collagen to, and that's where it's produced. It's not that top layer. So basically, the blood flow encourages a migration of fibroblasts to the skin, to the dermis, and these are a type of cell that produces collagen. It also doesn't just bring collagen to the surface, but it also brings glycoproteins and also a protein called glycosaminoglycan. Sorry, very difficult word. But this actually produces hyaluronic acid, and hyaluronic acid holds up to 1,000 times its weight in water. So it's kind of like a magnet to water. So if we get lots of hyaluronic acid into the skin, which we actually do with the product infusion, and we are producing hyaluronic acid as well, you're going to get lots of moisture going to the area. And basically the way to think of hyaluronic acid is, once it's in the skin, it's sort of like a little sponge in there. It's attracted, it bonds to water, and so it increases in size because it holds up to 1,000 times its weight. So actually this is going to cause a nice plumpness, and that's what's also going to get rid of those fine lines and wrinkles, as well as creating the collagen. So you're actually getting a blast of lots of different sort of techniques that are clinically proven to enhance the texture of the skin, the structure of the skin. Because we're encouraging collagen to the skin, as I've said earlier, collagen is actually is like a sort of scaffolding to the skin, so it actually can cause your skin to lift, tighten, lift, you get a bit of firmness. So it's an absolutely fantastic treatment, and as I say, it can be done with lots of different. We've got lots of different machines here that we can do it. We can sort of provide this treatment with. So it can be done with a pen, it can be done with a roller, and there's lots of different ways. So it's really fantastic, and it will be really targeted. It's also really good for things like stretch marks. It's also really good for things like scar tissue. Because actually what happens with scar tissue is when we break the skin, we cause like a little bit of a bit like a concrete texture to the skin in the middle, and by breaking down the cell walls, we can actually get the colour to come back into the surface and actually break down that sort of that hard structure that it's created. So one of the many questions that people ask us is if this treatment actually is painful. What is good, again, with the cryotherapy is it works as a natural anaesthetic, so it actually doesn't hurt. A lot of our clients sort of start it, you can see they're quite sort of nervous about it. When they start, they're like, it's actually quite relaxing, dare I say, as much as this can be. If we are using the hand roller technique, it can cause a little bit more of redness to the skin. But again, we do use topical anaesthetic with that. So the area is totally numbed before. So you'd be numbed up for around about half an hour before the treatment if you're using the hand roller or the pen. But with the ComKit, there is actually no need. We actually start with microdermabrasion to clear the skin, make sure all the dead skin cells are off, give it a really good surface for us to work on, and then we just go over it. And And as I say, it's really minimal amount of redness that actually is produced from the treatment. So microneedling is absolutely, or collagen induction therapy is absolutely fantastic. As I say, it's very natural for the skin, it's just what your skin is naturally doing anyway, but you're just encouraging it to do it a little more. And as I say, the results are immediate, fantastic. You can walk out, especially some of the treatments can cause a bit of inflammation. But what's fantastic about the comb kit is that cryotherapy. So actually, you can actually walk out, which is fantastic. So. But yeah, and if you've got any questions about this, please do message me about it, and we do offer free consultations, and I can give you a bit more information.